I'm your host, Welcome 23, joining me for Elementalists, Book 2, Chapter 9, Face to Face. Are we actually going to fight Kane? You and your friends gather in Griffins Clubhouse to discuss Kane's invitation with the metallic beetle that came with it. What's this for? He said I had to figure out how to use it, so it must have a purpose. The other trinket turned into a shield. Maybe it's a brooch he wishes you to wear to his tea party. It sounds like a rather stuffy occasion, if you ask me. Ezekiel isn't 87 years old. He's not going to wear a brooch. Perhaps a sword to go with your shield? Those two are paired a lot in attuned history books. Maybe that's the theme of his tea party. Knights of the Round Table. Maybe we just gotta ask nicely and this thing will show us what it does. Come on, bug! Activate pretty please! Whoa! No way. The beetle in your hand shakes and out bursts a swarm of millions of tiny insects, buzzing frantically as they whirl through the air and darken the room. Ah, somebody help me. The insects form a wall all the way around you like a protective barrier. They're attacking Ezekiel. We've got to stop them. You feel a rush of wind, and suddenly the insects' buzzing intensifies. They swarm throughout the entire clubhouse. I can't see anything. They're everywhere. I should zap them with my magic. Ask them to calm down. Please stop. Please, please, please. The swarm slows down, their buzzing quieting. They hover calmly in the air, and you notice the jewel in the trinket glowing. Do I just... You press the gem, and then the insects rush back into the trinket. What the hell was that? I didn't know it'd actually do something. Voice-activated charms are super rare because they're so unpredictable. There must be a way to control it. I wonder what the purpose is. A distraction, perhaps? More like utter chaos. I don't know how Kane thinks something like this will convince you to have tea with him. Talk about low brow. Maybe it was meant as some sort of trap. But the letter said he wants to tell Ezekiel about his mother. Why would he hurt him if he wanted to do that? I know what Atlas would say. Ezekiel, open your eyes already. This guy is just one more person who doesn't care about you. And why the hell would he tell me about my mom anyway? What would he get out of it? He's trying to make you his pawn. He's attempting to steal the sun crystal, and you happen to have easy access to the room. I'm with Beckett on this one. I know business enough to know he's buttering you up to try to close a deal. This tea party reeks of a business dinner. But business doesn't just go one way, does it? If Ezekiel goes to this party, he can try to get Kane to spill the deeds about his schemes. Ooh, I love this. You can beat the player at his own game by sucking up to him. Subterfuge is so fun. Subterfuge, huh? This will be a piece of cake? I don't know. I don't know. Is it even possible to outsmart a source? What if he figures out what I'm up to? He's a super-powered air magic wielder, but he isn't a mind reader. You just need to be sneaky. And we all will be attending this party with you, Ezekiel. I'm absolutely certain it's a trap of some sort. We won't let anything happen to you at the tea party, Ezekiel. If there's one thing Locum's Locos does best, it's teamwork. We've got your back. Kane has no idea what's coming. Thanks, guys. You are really the best friends a guy could ask for. We'll trick Kane into telling us what's going on for sure. But there's one more crucial detail. I've been on my scry glass browsing boutiques. I've found just the look. It should be arriving in... For scrygrass buzzes and then glows. With a flash of light, the garment bag appears in her arms. If you're going to butter Kane up to get him to spill his secrets, you should do it in style. In Kane's style, to be exact. She hands you the garment bag and you quickly change. Not gonna lie, that actually looks good. I think Pixelberry's buttering us up for Bloodbound Book 2 next week. Wow, I look so good. I'm living for this look, Sharia. It's giving me serious steampunk vibes. I was gonna go with a vampire, but sure. Ezekiel, you are a babe, and this outfit totally complements that. The best way to get Kane's guard down is to make him think you want to be just like him, but you look way more amazing. Wear this outfit to impress Kane at the tea party. The more you impress him, the more secrets he'll tell you. Travel back in time with this dapper, oh god, Victorian-style overcoat. The only thing I don't like are the gray pants. Wish they were black. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. I want to, but then no. Change in your previous outfit and then hand the garment bag back to Shreya. I'm at the party to outsmart Kane, not to outdress him. I'd rather stay focused on my goal. Kane better be ready because Locum's Locos are gonna figure out exactly what he's up to. Later that afternoon, you arrive at the tea parlor where patrons mill around and tea sets float above everyone's heads. The fragrant smell of tea fills the air. So he's going for the Mad Hatter vibe, huh? So do we just find a table and wait for Kane to come to us, or do we start investigating? Ezekiel, please come in. We were told to expect you. You must sit down and try the house brew. A woman appears out of nowhere and corrals you all towards a table, where she pushes you into seats. She sets a teacup in front of each of you. Quick question, why is my tea whistling the Driximer March at me? Do you not like it? I brewed it myself when I heard Ezekiel was our special guest. You're starting to hurt my feelings. Oh, please don't be upset. My tea smells delicious and it tastes... Aster takes a big sip, shivers, and frost immediately begins covering her body. So cold! Aster, hold on. Shreya conjures a flame to melt the ice creeping over Aster while you glare at the strange woman. What was that for? You can't just turn my friends into ice cubes. Oh, you're just upset because you haven't tried the tea. I recommend the surprise brew myself. Not to be rude, but none of us said we were thirsty, and... hey, what gives? Zeph tries to stand, but he's stuck to his chair. The rest of you struggle in your seats, and the woman giggles. Oh no, what terrible manners! No leaving the table until you've finished your tea. Ezekiel, please, surprise us! Okay, so we've got surprise and surprise brew. I'm sure Ezekiel would love to sample some. Maybe then you can tell us more about our wonderful host. God, that latte. Oh, coffee. You know, I can't resist. I'd love to hear what you can tell me about Kane. Grab a cup of steaming latte floating overhead and take a sip. It tastes like regular old coffee. Oh, what a plain choice. And not even tea. Kane told me you were more interesting. Oh, Oh, I'm supposed to be more interesting. Okay. Oh, are you talking about Kane? Can we join you? You turn and see two guests grinning wide at you, their arms linked together. My sister and I were drinking tea by ourselves, but it looks like so much more fun over here. Who the hell are you? With a squeal, the two guests sit down at your table. The woman leans towards you. I'm Kane's biggest fan. My dream is to present him with the perfect tea, so he'll remember me forever. Mine is to have him answer the unsolvable riddle. I've heard he's a genius at riddles. A genius at everything, really. Riddles aren't something one can be a genius at. They're a play on words, not complex equations. Ignore him. He doesn't like fun, but still insists on coming to parties for some reason. So, what's the impossible riddle you're talking about? Let's play a game. If we like your answer, we'll tell you something about Kane that only a super fan knows. Zeph nudges you in the side and gives you a pointed look. I'd love to know more about Kane. How amazing Kane is, too. I'm trying to become a super fan myself, so the rarer the deets, the better. Remember, only Kane's smart enough to know the real answer. But what do you think? Why is a raven like a writing desk? Why is a raven like a writing desk? I have no idea, because it can produce a few notes. I actually have no goddamn clue, but I'm gonna go with maybe the obvious answer, because it can produce so few notes. That's from Alice in Wonderland, isn't it? Alice, what are you talking about? You aren't making any sense. You thought you could answer this before Kane? I expected more from you. Maybe you aren't as delightful as we'd heard. Oh, you. Finally, the man in mystery. Ezekiel, my most esteemed guest. There you are. Kane appears at your table on a gentle gust of wind. Welcome, my dear. I hope you've enjoyed meeting my friends so far. More like ass-kissers instead of friends. About that. They adore you, apparently. Almost too much, if you ask me. You've obviously won them over with your endless charm and talent. Please, Kane, sign my handkerchief. Sign my face. I love you more than my own life. Kane wipes away an imaginary tear, ignoring his fans to respond to you. I'm so proud to inspire such devotion, adoration, and masses of common folk. They need someone like me to look up to, you know? Kane's eyes catch on your friends and his eyebrows raise. Oh, and who are these ordinary-looking people you've brought along? An entourage? People to carry your bags? Shine your shoes? Not quite. These are my friends. I figured they'd enjoy the party, too. I hope that's alright with you. Kane's look of surprise melts into an indulgent smile. Aye, of course. The more the merrier. I hope you enjoyed the mischief maker I sent you. It tunes itself to your whims. You can get up to quite a bit of trouble if you use it right. Oh, yeah, it was, So I'm guessing nothing with bugs? We'll speak soon, Ezekiel. For now, I insist you meet the rest of my friends while I set up something special. I'll be right back. Oh, hold on a second. Sneezing. Oh my god, I thought I unmuted. I'm so sorry. Well, he's going down that hallway over there, if you want to keep an eye on him. Griffin points towards a narrow hallway that trails deeper into the parlor, where the ends of Kane's coattails disappear around the corner. I wish I could branch, but there's aren't any trees near the exterior of the parlor, so I'm afraid I can't help. I could use the Mischief Maker to follow him. I don't really know how to control it yet, but I bet it would create a distraction for me. It's risky, but this might be my only chance to figure out what he's up to. Okay, so we got eavesdrop on Kane or stay here. It depends, is this a one-time use item? Let's eavesdrop. Dig out the Mischief Maker and squeeze it into your fist. You guys wait here while I get to the bottom of this. Now, Mischief Maker, could you please give me some cover? The insects swarm out of the Mischief Maker and swirl around you, glinting in the light of the parlor. Ezekiel, you vanished! You hold up a hand in front of your face and only see a faint outline. The beetles sit against your skin, reflecting your surroundings and making you invisible. Sweet. This will be a piece of cake. You slip through the crowd and notice, and it isn't long before you hear Kane speaking with someone. You tiptoe up to an open door and peer inside. Mortals can still channel earth magic, so she can't be dead. That's why I have to find a tether. Otherwise, they'll just use her against me again. But how are we possibly supposed to find it? According to our scout, she's still missing. It's better that she isn't found for now. She's vulnerable, and Alma would swoop in and take advantage of her. We must have to think. Where would it be kept? As long as it's intact, she's safe, but a source without a tether is as good as... Show yourself! Kane's eyes dart to where you stand. The man with him gasps, follows his gaze, and gasps. Eavesdropper! Kane, who is this scoundrel? You can see me? I created that Mischief Maker, Ezekiel. I know when my creations are near. He steps close to you. Wind starts to whip around him. His eyes burn into yours, and the force of his magic wraps around your throat. What, pray tell, are you doing eavesdropping on my private conversation? I wanted to talk to you. That's the whole reason I came to this party, but I've barely gotten to say... Oh, he's not impressed. I believe I told you we would speak later. I will not forget such an affront. He catches himself and sighs. The smile he fixes on you looks strained, and his words are clipped. Pardon me, Ezekiel, but I wouldn't want you forgetting your excellent manners. Sneaking around a parlor is such very declassy. Now please enjoy the party. I'll be with you soon. So selecting I would just playing with the thing would have been better, what you're telling me. Before you can protest, he summons a wind that carries you straight back down the hall, right to where your friends are waiting for you. You're back. Are you okay? I think so, at least. But I think he was talking about... Your friends disappear, and you're in the mirror dimension where you fought the Showdown monster. Hey, what? Where'd everyone go? Hello? Get away from me. When will you just leave me alone? You spin around and find Atlas glaring at you. Atlas, what are you... Oh, someone we haven't seen in a while. Foolish child, still raring to fight. I can't wait for this to be over once and for all. Waif walks around you, slowly advancing towards Atlas. He slashes a hand through the air. Now die! Roiling, sickly-looking magic lashes out around Atlas, pinning him to a tree. Blood spurts out of his mouth. Urgh! No, Rafe, stop! You try to cast, but your magic sparks uselessly around you. Then it fizzles out, you run towards Atlas and slam into a pane of glass. You're stuck in the Hall of Mirrors, unable to get through the portal. You bang against the glass, helplessly watching Rafe advance on Atlas's injured form. Die! Die! A man steps out from behind a nearby mirror, smirking at you. You again, huh? Hello there. Do you like my illusion? Right now you're experiencing what terrifies you most. This is an illusion? What the hell? Why would you show me something like this? You should have no problem overcoming it. What are you? Illusions to someone as powerful as you? Alma wouldn't teach me how to use illusionary magic, though. Try to control the illusion? Fight fire with fire, right? You reach with your magic towards the illusion, but it instantly sharpens. Atlas's scream rips through your ears. Ah! No. You sag in defeat, but the illusion melts away. Nobody gets to attack my guest of honor. Get out of this establishment and don't come back. Wait, is that... Why is this cat here? What is going on? Jesus. Kane appears, a hissing kitten on his shoulder, and blows the man right out of the door. Ah! I really thought I was watching Rafe and Atlas all over again. Shuri rounds on Kane and takes a threatening step towards him. What are you playing at, Kane? Having a guest attack Ezekiel like that? You should be ashamed. I'm truly sorry. I had no idea one of my guests would behave so hideously and to use illusions in such a monstrous way. It's almost like you're testing me. Almost. The kitten jumps into your arms and starts purring. Something bumps against your hip, and you turn to see a calf blinking up at you. Moo. Where are all these animals coming from? That was the surprise I was planning, Ezekiel. I'd like to show you how to conjure illusions such as these. Illusions that aren't frightful. These are illusions? Wait, you want to teach me illusionary magic? But Alma said I couldn't handle it. Hogwash. You're more than capable of this little bit of magic. You just need a little guidance. I'll admit, this kitten is darling. The cutest face with the feistiest personality. Is that a cow? I've seen pictures, but never met one before. What a friendly creature. Please, Ezekiel, allow me to apologize for earlier with a little lesson. I do believe it will cheer you up. Illusionary magic would be a formidable addition to your repertoire, Ezekiel. Plus, you've learned other spells this year without issue. And the rest of us will be right here to make sure nothing goes wrong. That's true. I do want to prove Alma wrong, and these animals are pretty adorable. Add the illusionary spell to your spellbook to create a friendly creature and control illusions in the trials ahead. See, outfit or this one? Let me think. Yes, please. Fantastic. Let's spice up the ambience then, shall we? Suddenly surrounded by bleeding goats, wobbling chickens, and oinking piglets. Is this all an illusion? No, we've just been teleported to a farm. Most definitely, and it's certainly more enjoyable than the last, I hope. Oh, just look at all these cute little animals. I've never seen any of them in a forest before. This is marginally impressive, I suppose. The calf comes up and starts chewing on Beckett's blazer. He can't help smiling softly. Fine, I'll relent you, a rather cute little calf. Kane chuckles and turns towards you. Now Now, Ezekiel, illusionary magic is actually a fusion of air and sun magic. This spell, which can create and dispel illusions, is a little something I created with your mother's help back in the day. No way, you and my mom created a spell together? I didn't realize you were so close. Ah, of course. As air source, I can't use sun magic, so her help was invaluable. Nowadays, I must simply feel the rays of sunlight all around. But you, Ezekiel, you can grasp those rays of sun and bend them to your will. Please, try to reach for them. Oh, I can do more than that. Try. We're talking about my attunement here. You focus on the sunlight, knowing that you're still inside the parlor, but the light flows in through the windows. Grasp the sunlight. That'd be a poor excuse for a sun ad if I couldn't get this right. Your sun magic thrums through the rays of light around you, pulling them taut like the strings of a violin. The air gets warmer. I'm with the kitten. This is the perfect sunbathing weather. Thank you, Ezekiel. Tria flops down in the sun and the kitten crawls onto her stomach and curls up. Now, Ezekiel, in order to create illusions, you must work with your air magic through the sun, altering the very images that appear in the air. Piece of cake. I think I get it. I just weave a little sun with a little air and braid it all together, nice and neat. You fold your air and sun into each other and a ripple forms in the air between you. It warps as though something is trying to take form. You're ready to shape your illusion. Envision the creature you'd like to create, and then channel the spell with the word Hallucintio. I'll make a monster, a puppy, a monkey. Why not a cat? Or ocelot? You know, you could have given me a giant wheel of animals. This is what I get? I'm kind of curious, actually. Everybody wants something cute and cuddly. I'm doing monster. And Lucandio. Come to life, my beautiful illusionary friend. Yeah, beautiful. Yep, that's real beautiful. Oh, Sky would be proud. A monster of rotting flesh, snakes, and slimy moss pops into existence in front of you. Holy crap, Ezekiel! Cease and desist, this is terrifying! I wanted to bring back the creature that attacked me in Rafe's lab. You're, not so bad when you're a friend, are you? How delightful. I'd say you're a master in illusionary magic already, Ezekiel. Almost too masterful. Is that thing asking to be a pet or what? The monster bumps its bony head against Griffin's hip, and he cautiously places a hand between its antlers. Aren't you cute? Come to Papa. The monster canters over to you, shrieking affectionately as you rub its antlers. Okay. Thanks for teaching me, Kate. I'm glad not all illusionary magic is soul-crushingly terrifying. Of course, Ezekiel. I'm glad this served as an enjoyable interlude for you. He gives you a bow, then snaps his fingers, and the petting zoo disappears. Now, Ezekiel, you and I must talk. I reserved us a private table, but your entourage must wait here. You immediately lose sight of your friends as Kane whisks you away to a booth across the parlor. I was hoping to speak to you about your mother, Ezekiel. Well, that makes two of us. I feel like Alma's only told me the bare minimum about her. I happen to know Thea well, and it came to my attention that you do not. It's only fair to answer any questions you may have. Okay. Do you really want to kill her? Kill her? My goodness, Is that one of the notions Alma has been working into your head? He folds his hands together on the table and looks at you levelly. Killing a source, truly killing them, would remove their magic from the world. I like things a little wild, but that just wouldn't be smart. I find it a shame that Alma has focused her intentions on villainizing me, rather than telling you all she could about your mother. I'm sure you're curious, for instance, how Thea began her quasi-human life in the first place. It all started the day she met Desmond Penderghast. The literal founder of Penderghast College? How long ago? Let me show you. Kane snaps his fingers, and an illusion of an old city streets forms around you. He starts walking down the street, and you fall in to step behind him. 1693, during the Salem witch trials, Desmond established Penderghast as a safe haven for persecuted Toon, and your mother was fascinated. She was already curious about mortals' ways of life and couldn't resist investigating. This curiosity is something she and I had in common. So are you saying she's been living as a human for hundreds of years? He snaps his fingers again, and suddenly you're standing in the front of a version of Penderghast from the past. Hardly. But she became close with Desmond, visited him often. She fell more in love with the school each year, and each time would study with the students. It took a few more centuries for her to work up to the nerve to enroll as a student herself. By then, she had mastered the art of pretending to be a human. Desmond Penderghast must have known my mother was a source, though. Did other headmasters after him also know? Kane lifts his arms in a shrug, and the illusion dissipates. That's the extent of my knowledge, sadly. Legends say there are secrets about her hidden at Penderghast, though. Secrets? Like the crystal you tried to steal? His mustache twitches and his eyes glint for a second. Steal? Ezekiel, I would never lower myself to a level of a petty thief. I have no interest in things I have no right to. But I saw you. You're young, you're emotional, you're simply misinterpreted and misunderstood. There's much Alma hasn't told you, you know. Kane pulls a pendant out of his pocket and places it onto the table in front of you. You sense a warmth from it and can't help picking it up immediately. You're filled with the sense of peace you feel in the Sunat room, and your magic glows around you. Whoa, what's... Ezekiel, Atlas, my sons, at long last. Mom? Kane, this is my mom's pendant, isn't it? That's why it's responding to your magical energy. Thea would want you to have it. You and your brother. You narrow your eyes in suspicion. But she helped seal you. Because of her, you were trapped for 2,000 years. Why aren't you mad about that? All water under the bridge. Not much of the truth of the tragic time has been buried under the weight of centuries. He leans closer to you. I know Alma must have told you terrible things about me. I hope giving you this pendant proves that my heart is in the right place. In fact, I'd like to tell you my side of the story. Surely you must wonder how I erupted a volcano when I'm neither a source of fire nor earth. Well, you can do the illusionary spell, though. That involves sun magic. Involves it. It also requires air. There is no air magic that can erupt a volcano, alone or combined with any other element. Let me show you what really happened in Pompeii. I'll even treat you to some details about your mother that Alma would never divulge. Like Kane tell you about a story of imprisonment, you'll get to learn what he knows about your mother. Oh, no thank you. Maybe Alma's keeping some stuff from me, but wouldn't you just do the same? I think I'll trust my gut and come up with my own conclusions. Fair enough. I'm sure there's a drop of wisdom in that logic somewhere. Your surroundings melt and you find yourself in the sun-at practice room, Kane's magic swirling around you. Another illusion? Kane, what are you doing? His voice echoes around you, vast and disorienting. Oh, I have given you much today. I hope you can give me something in return. A crash from the other side of the tea parlor cuts him off. You feel his magic fall away. That's enough, Kane! Alma steps into the parlor, energy swirling around her. Kane immediately bolts up from the table, rage cutting across his features. You! How dare you barge in without an invitation! He summons a whipping wind around himself, and before your eyes he disappears into thin air. Where did he go? The illusionary thingy. He fears being defeated, and is leaving the fight to his lackeys as usual. But I'll find him. You must leave at once. Ezekiel isn't going anywhere. The woman who offered you tea sends a violent gust of wind straight at you, but Professor England suddenly appears, blasting a parter spell. Ezekiel, gather your friends and find cover. You need to stay together. Chaos breaks out. Your professors stream into the parlors. Guests fire off spells left and right. It's war! This decor is atrocious. I feel dirty just standing here. I mean, you ain't wrong. Everyone careful. Our first priority is keeping our students safe. As Dean Swan blinds a few nearby guests with sun magic, you scramble across the parlor to where your friends dodge attacking tableware. There are too many tea sets. They just keep multiplying. Everyone, get under here. Aster creates a barrier of tables, but the tea sets break and razor-sharp shards slice through the wood. The illusion worker from earlier reappears and lets out a laugh and charges. Ha 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 ha! You make it too easy, mortals. Real talk, I never liked afternoon tea in the first place. You swipe your hand to the side, sending the tea sets crashing to the wall, where they splinter into harmless dust. I got this guy. Griffin slashes his hand upward, and a pillar rises out of the floor beneath the man's feet, crushing him against the ceiling. Ah! I've cast a ward around us. We should be safe for the... What was that? The woman sends a wind so sharp it slices straight through Beckett's ward, and the gust sends you all crashing into the wall. Ah! Stay back, you air creeps. You don't want to mess with Locum's logos. Zeph scrambles to his feet, creating twin funnels of boiling tea that he sends towards your opponent. You jump up and bolster his attack. And that's the tea! Oh, that was a horrible pun. As magic thickens the air, you notice the surroundings begin to flicker and warp like a TV screen with poor reception. Hold on, I think the tea parlor is an illusion. I can dispel it with the illusionary spell. Aluciento. The parlor vanishes before your eyes, leaving you in a dilapidated building. Fantastic work, Ezekiel. Hey, you didn't believe I could do it. Oh, that was very impressive. You deserve a reward. The reward is a taste of our whirlwinds. The twisters combine into a massive tornado that tears apart the ceiling and floorboards as it whirls towards you. Oh, hell no. Oh, hi, Atlas. Tim and Atlas jump in front of you, blasting apart the tornado. Jagged planks of wood fall all around. Wait, when did Tim start working with Atlas? Tim, Atlas, you're here. Atlas glances over his shoulder at you. Where else would I be? Brothers have each other's backs, don't they? Oh, this is so touching, don't you think, Sis? I think I'm gonna be sick. They rush at you as whirlwinds whip around them, sucking in everything in their path and creating a force field of flying debris. I'll team up with my brother. Atlas, let's take care of this. Time to take out the trash. You and Atlas' spell combine. In midair, they twine into a beam of light and shadow that smashes into the siblings, sending them flying. Your tag team left your opponents in the dust. Curse you. You look around for Kane, but all you see are professors taking down the last of the party guests. You better run, and you better run fast. Pin Squared is no place for this sort of criminal activity. A battle isn't place for a little baby animal. They just get in the way. A guest roundhouse kicks Tim into the wall. He falls to a heap on the floor and fades back in the ether with a weak whimper. Wow, you kicked my frog. You kicked my frog. Get out of my sight. And do not return. As the last guest crumples to the floor with Beckett, or from Beckett and Katrina's teamwork, Kane lets out a roar, reappearing in a swirl of wind. Okay, now we've really pissed him off. Shit. You allow me to lead for meddling in my affairs! That's enough, Kane. Cease your manipulation of Ezekiel. It won't save you. I'm not the evil one here, Alma. I was simply trying to tell Ezekiel about his mother. Tell her, Ezekiel. I don't care for your excuses. Her power rages at Kane with a terrifying might exploding against him and sending him into a pile of rubble. It's over, Kane. You will come with me until it's time to return you beneath the ground. I'll never go back there! Kane's magic screams through the air at Alma, who fires back with a wall of blood magic. Goosebumps erupt all over your body. Shit. Stop, Alma. Wait, Alma, stop! Oh, shut up with the goddamn moral compass. Your magic forms a barrier between their attacks, ricocheting their spells. I think you're both being stupid right now. Ezekiel, how? What the hell are you doing? I knew you had sense, Ezekiel. You're finally starting to see the truth. You are being deceived. Alma casts you aside with a sweep of her hand that squares off against Kane. Her magic roils, but her tone is calm and assured. You are powerless against me, Kane. Source you may be, but your dominion is only over air. You will surrender or be destroyed. Kane's gaze jumps between you and Alma, like that of a cornered animal, and then he slashes his hands upward. I will do neither of those things, Alma. Your tyranny will not prevail today. He blasts a hole through the ceiling and creates a whirlwind that buffets everyone. But you go to the ground. He flies towards you, grasping your arm for a moment. Secrets about your mother are hinted in Penderghast, Ezekiel. I cannot show you, but remember my words. He lets you go and starts rising on a flurry of wind, his voice trailing back to you as he makes his escape. The source of your life is where it's been willed. The first answer lies where first blood was spilled. Interesting. Very interesting. I mean, we stopped the attack. Attacking him would have been pointless. It would have been pointless. Let's be honest. What are we gonna defeat him now? It ain't gonna happen. Yeah, we were gonna arrest him and put him in where? I don't think there's anywhere that can hold him because he's a source right now. Remember that. So I think it was just meant to be. I really do. So without further ado, thank you all for tuning in. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And down description below, links to social media, Discord, and a few links to support yours truly. And with that being said, I hope to see you all in the next video or stream. Peace out.